Yeah, we're gonna start with the.
Yeah.
Then we'll show
Yeah.
you the Bacardi building because they want to open so that it has some more lights. And you can
Okay,
see it
Humidores Habana comenzó en este sótano.
better. This is where it all started. Here in the basement of this building.
En este edificio vivo desde los 7 años.
He lives here since he was 7 years old. Ernesto.
Ok, fue muy complejo porque convivimos con 20 familias.
It was a complex thing because we had to live and work with 20 families living on the building. So it was you had to deal with that.
Pero se logró.
But we managed. Remember that this was all dirt. It was all ground. We
Exactamente.
had to dig the dirt out, all the way out, and then do this. And then the noise and the dust and all that they had to deal with, and with the whole, people that.
Este espacio de aquí fue nuestra carpintería
Right
durante
here,
varios años.
it was our cabinet making place. You would not. Why don't you go in and let's. Please mind your head.
Cuidado.
Yeah, I know.
Cuidado la cabeza aquí.
The biggest problem for Thomas.
And here you're gonna be crouching. You cannot.
My friend is okay though.
yeah.
Slavo, mind your head, yeah?
Well, imagine all the cutting, the wood cutting, all the the table saws, everything was. 2 or 3 of them here. All the dust and the noise, it was incredible. It was all here. Most of the auction pieces that Humidores Habana had were done here.
Es decir, cuando teníamos este lugar al principio creíamos que esto era un castillo.
When we had this place in the beginning, we all thought it was the best we could have, a castle, to live in.
Pero empezamos a crecer
But we started growing,
y empezamos a hacer contratos.
and we started doing
Nos
contracts,
estábamos volviendo locos.
and we were going crazy because there was no space and there was more demand for our product.
Humidores Habana se creó para a través de hacer piezas como esta,
Humidores Habana was created to make pieces like this,
de series cortas, financiar un proyecto de arte.
with production series that we do, so that with those that we do for companies abroad and for customers or collectors, we can finance then other art pieces that we do of our own inspiration. They come out, they are not necessarily pre-ordered or customized to someone that has ordered, but commissioned, but rather our own creation. They end up being sold, but that's what the dream of the artist is.
Y bueno, nada, la cosa se fue enredando y el taller de arte estaba un poco ahogado.
So the thing was getting complicated, and the art project was somehow suffocated. We had no space to create anymore.
La única forma que tenemos de financiar las piezas artísticas es con las producciones seriadas, no lo hacemos de otra forma.
The only way we
Y
have
las
to
piezas
finance
artísticas no se
those
sabe si se venden.
artistic pieces is
Es-
through this
es
serial
relativo.
production that we have. And obviously you have to finance them, and we don't know whether they're going to sell or not. They end up being sold, but it may take some time because no one, has commissioned that work.
Hay personas que ven el humidor como un contenedor y punto.
Some people see the humidor as a mere container, as a case.
Nosotros hacemos un poco más en cuanto a
We
esto.
take it to a next level. We try to provide passion and some special nature to the humidor.
Y bueno, ajá, más o menos esa es la historia. Hoy esto es el taller de arte.
So here is the creation workshop. Here's where everything starts as it used to be. Not anymore the cabinet making and the cutting, wood cutting and all that, but here's where everybody that comes in for the first time as workers start. That's where they all start.
Es decir, los muchachos que se superan allá abajo se traen hacia acá.
People
y
that
bueno, se
show up really
desarrollan.
well, they start here, but they go down there also to learn about the whole process. Once they outstand, they really stand out down there, they can come here if they're good with their hand work.
Hoy tenemos aquí al maestro Manolito
Here we have Master
Maestro
Manolo
Raulito.
and Raulito,
y bueno, otro muchacho que no está y Ernesto que
and one
trabaja
other
debajo acá.
guy that is not here, and Ernesto himself that works on the other side, where we're gonna
Okay.
go next.
Vamos a dar la vuelta porque él es muy grande, no pasa por aquí.
You think you can make it through here?
Yeah, I can make it, yeah.
Till the very end, huh?
Ah, made it.
You made it. Yeah.
Ok, esta es la parte de
Down. That's it. It's to the very end.
Sí.
That's better.
Ahora sí,
Slavo, careful.
Ok, esta es
So
la
here
parte.
is silversmith work. It's done here today. A lot of the wood sculptures and carving is done there, most of it. And then here is the silversmith work. Here and here. Ernesto works on these other side. This is his haven. Okay?
Ok, esta es mi mesa de trabajo.
This is my work desk.
Aquí por lo general surgen todas las ideas, se hacen las reuniones, los
All of the
planes.
ideas emerge here. All the plans, the meetings we have here, you know, to analyze all projects, in addition to some commercial or economic strategy that we want to deal with.
Y bueno, nada, este lugar es esencial para
This
Ernesto
place is essential for Ernesto,
y es donde yo considero que está la magia.
and this is where I consider the magic is. You know,
Como verán, es un lugar complejo.
it's a complex.
Fue lo que la vida me dio
That's what life gave us in the first place.
y
We
lo que
still
hicimos
keep
fue
it. We want to
aprovecharlo
keep
muchísimo.
it. And we took the best out of it, of course.
Es decir, no nos quejamos, no dijimos, oye, no se
We did
puede,
not
qué sé yo,
complain,
no,
and
lo
we did
hicimos
not start
aprovecharlo.
crying out and say, no, we can't do with this. No, we just took the best of it as it came.
Gracias a Dios, 20 años después,
Thanks God, 20 years later,
sí tenemos más desarrollo,
we have
muchos contratos.
more space, a lot more contracts, and we
Hoy-
can do better.
Hemos ganado muchos premios.
We have been earning a lot of awards over the years.
Entre ellos el de ser el mayor exportador de Cuba de
Amongst them,
humidores.
continuously being the largest exporter of Cuba in humidors.
Nos han publicado muchas revistas, entre
We've been-
ellas la
we've
última
been,
Siga al Aficionado.
Publicized in a lot of magazines, even the latest issue of Cigar Aficionado, we were there.
Y hemos tenido la dicha de hacerle piezas a muchas personalidades
And
de
we
nuestro
were
país.
fortunate enough, we've been
y-
fortunate
y
enough to make
internacionales.
pieces for a lot of personalities, both in our countries and internationally as well.
Presidentes, primeras damas,
Presidents, first ladies,
funcionarios importantes, no sé, como Ban Ki-moon.
main officers like Ban Ki-moon and
Y otros
United
más.
Nations and many
Además de
others.
estar en colecciones privadas
In
de
addition
muchos
to-
lugares del mundo,
Having a presence in many of the private collections around the world
con nuestros humidores,
with our humidors.
que no tienen más que la pasión y la conciencia de nosotros,
We show nothing but our passion and our consciousness
contando historias nuestras,
by telling our own stories.
de que van a cuidar el mejor tabaco del mundo, que es el cubano.
In dedication to the best cigar of the world, since these humidors will be the haven for these cigars.
Y tratar de cumplir ese sueño.
So it's our dream,
Si el
which
mejor
we try
tabaco del
always to
mundo es
fulfill.
el de Cuba,
If the Cuban cigar is the
de lo
best
que
cigar in
estamos
the
muy
world,
orgullosos,
and we're very proud of that,
¿por qué no soñar hacer los
why
mejores
not
humidores del
dreaming of
mundo?
making the best humidors in
Desde
the world
Cuba.
from Cuba?
No en cantidad,
Not in
sino
large
en
quantities,
en
but rather
calidad y
quality and
exclusividad.
exclusivity.
Si no, vamos a estar luchando ahí, porque lo
Otherwise,
disfrutamos mucho.
we'll be fighting a lot, but we enjoy what we do, and that's how we do it.
Decirle que todo esto es gracias al trabajo en equipo que hacemos.
All of this is thanks to the teamwork that we have.
Hoy tenemos un proyecto bastante organizado,
We have a pretty organized project today,
donde se complementan muchas cosas,
where a lot of factors come into play,
desde el conocimiento empresarial,
from the
la
business
economía,
side of it, which I handle,
hasta el conocimiento de diseño
to the
especializado,
design, specialized design,
y muchas cosas más.
and many other factors that get together in a project like this.
Le soy honesto, ahora
I'm honest.
como que pasa uno más trabajo que
Now-
cuando no teníamos nada.
It is harder for us than when we did not have anything. It's
Cuando
much
todo
harder.
era lo loco.
When everything was a crazy, thing,
Pero eso es parte de crecer.
we would not have so much to do, but it's part of the growing process.
Sí. Bueno, esos humidores
So
Habana.
that's Humidores Habana.
Le enseñamos ahora la parte nueva,
We'll show you now the new part, the
que
new
la
side, which
la
is
tenemos hace
it's like a progression of time. We just
5
started
años, 6
here,
años, ¿vale?
and 5 years ago, casi 5 años ya, 5 years ago, we were able to access that building over there that we now have. It used to be where we are, the old building there, apartment building, the apartment units also as well there, but there was a laundromat was there. And the boiler room of the laundromat is where we are. We lease it from the government. We used to lease it every year, but now we have a 10-year lease from the government. They realize that we're doing things for the community and for the country, and they allow for us to have a 10-year lease, which is good because we put a lot of money and investment into the whole thing, and then that somehow gives us some assurance. This is a piece of stone that couldn't be broken when they were digging. They couldn't break it. And today is Ernesto's Excalibur is there,
Yes,
so
I
it said,
see.
"This is me. This is my land,
Yes.
no matter what."
Very funny. I have a question, if I may.
Yeah.
So how did it started? Why Humidores, and when was the decision made to make the first one?
Dice que ¿por qué los humidores? ¿Y cuándo comenzó? ¿Y por qué te tomó la decisión de que fueran humidores y no otra cosa?
Ajá. Yo trabajo en metal muchos años
He has
antes.
been, again, he's a silversmith. That's his profession. That's what he does. For many years before this started as a humidor making place, that's what he did.
Sin embargo, comercialmente
However, commercially,
no me funcionaba. Era muy ambicioso
it
lo que
was
quería
not
hacer.
working for me because what I wanted to do was very ambitious.
Yo soy autodidacta.
I'm a self-taught silversmith person.
Hacía unos murales
I used to do a lot of murals, big
en cobre y bronce.
in copper and bronze,
Y estaba meses trabajando en ello.
and for months I was working on them.
Y tenía que pararme en la calle
And I would have to go out in the street myself
venderlos.
to sell those after working
Para
for many
comer.
months to be able to have something to eat, you know.
La familia no me entendía.
My family
nadie
wouldn't
me
understand
entendía,
me and nobody would understand what I was
porque
doing.
no hacía cosas comerciales.
Because I was not doing commercial stuff. I'd rather was focused on doing special stuff.
Comencé a hacer cosas más pequeñas
I started doing smaller things,
y empiezo a conocer la calle.
and then I
¿Sí?
become familiar with what was out there in the street, you know.
Vendedores de tabaco, la
Tobacco
cultura.
salespeople, the Cuban culture of the
Descubro
cigar.
el humidor
So I discovered the humidor
como un producto que podría sostener toda la
as a
historia que yo
product
quisiera.
that could actually hold any history that I would want to put with my silversmith work.
Y empiezo a buscar en los libros
And
y
then I
hay,
started researching on the books,
joyeros,
and
no
there's
sé,
a lot of
cualquier tipo de
jewelers
cajón decorado en la historia
that
increíble.
actually decorate a lot of the boxes, any kind of cases, and through history.
Era buscar un lenguaje
So I wanted to find my language
para llevar el metal a la
to
madera.
take the metal to the wood.
Cuando eso yo pensaba que el trabajo en metal era superior al de la
At that
madera.
time, it was my thinking that the metal work was superior to
Cuando
the
tú
wood
trabajas
work.
la plata
When you work silver,
El
for
oro,
example,
y
gold,
otras cosas más,
and other stuff,
tú crees que eso es
and other
superior a
metals, you
todo.
think it's superior to anything else.
En mi caso, la madera
In my case, the wood
me cautivó.
captivated me, my attention, my world.
La madera me demostró que
Wood proved-
fue como la cuna de
Proved to
todos
be
estos
the
sueños.
cradle of all my
Es como
dreams.
una novia
It's like a bride, you know,
que empiezas a descubrir,
that you
qué
start
sé yo,
discovering in your process,
y empezó a
finding out.
surgir
And then new dreams emerged.
la misma crisis.
So the same crisis
Nos llevó a descubrir las maderas antiguas que
led us
teníamos
to
aquí.
discover the old woods that we had in our country.
Vigas
We
de
could
techo
salvage
que
them,
la gente
reuse
estaba
them,
botando.
repurpose them.
Eh,
People were just throwing away their
mue-
furniture out of
muebles
the houses.
coloniales
The
que
colonial
la gente
furniture
vendía
that people would just sell
en
for
X
nothing,
precios que yo podía comprar.
that we could afford to get. We would just then repurpose them into the humidors.
Y empezamos a comprar esas maderas
And that's when we started buying those woods, salvage woods from
Yeah.
the beams of buildings, collapsing buildings.
y a crear muebles con colores naturales,
And then we created pieces with natural
muy
colors,
preciosos, con
Very
colores
nice
muy,
looking.
a ver cómo te explico,
pieces.
a ver, no solo madera seca,
We did not only work out of the very dry wood,
sino colores compactos.
but compact colors that we could get.
Nosotros no teníamos tecnología.
We didn't have any technology at that time.
Lo que hacíamos era la cara vista de
What
lo
we
que
did
entregábamos.
was the face of what we were giving out. and
Y
selling.
entonces empezamos a buscar un equilibrio
So we tried and then worked on finding a balance
entre la ebanistería, marquetería y la
between cabinet
orfebrería.
making, between silversmith work, and marquetry, that is inlaid work on the wood.
Y hemos terminado
pieces.
haciendo nuestra obra.
And that is how our work came into being. That's how we just became immersed in this world of
Que son
humidors.
muebles muy diferentes a todo lo que
Our
existe por
pieces
ahí.
are different from those that you will see the most as commercially sold.
Muebles que cuentan historias nuestras,
Our pieces, for the most part,
Escultura.
they tell stories.
eh,
You see sculptures.
sistemas de humidificación.
You see humidification systems that are
Increíble.
interconnected through microchannels that are incredible.
Y bueno, nada, trabajamos bajo ese equilibrio. Si
And we
queremos
work
hacer
trying to find that
una
balance.
escultura
If we want to do a
independiente,
sculpture,
la hacemos.
independently, we do it.
Pero si vamos a hablar de un humidor,
But if we speak
tenemos
about
que ir en
humidor,
equilibrio.
we have to find the right balance.
Porque además de la obra de cualquier artista,
Because in addition to
el
the
humidor
work
no puede
of
perder la
any
esencia
artist, the humidor cannot
de,
lose the
de
essence
servirle a su
of
dueño.
serving the purpose that
a
the
su
owner
cliente.
wants, that is harboring the cigars.
tanto con su entorno, es decir, con su diseño, como
Both
su
captivating
funcionalidad.
them both with the design, with the functionality.
Y nada, descubrí la justificación para trabajar, disfrutar,
So
estudiar.
that's where my justification
Cumplir mi
to
sueño.
work, enjoy, have a party while I was working.
Hoy es decir, hemos tenido
dreams came
mucho
true.
más de lo que nunca
Today
soñé en
we
mi
have a
vida.
lot more than what we ever dreamed in our own life.
He viajado a no sé
We've
cuántos
traveled
países.
to
Yo
many
acabo de
countries.
regresar de
I
Italia
just came from Italy
Hace
now,
3 días.
3 days ago,
en un evento que estuvimos en
in
un
an
club
event
en
that we were
Roma.
there in Rome.
De Tenerife, otro evento
In
que estuvimos
Tenerife, in Spain, we also had another
Es decir,
event.
y todo es a través de nuestro
And
trabajo.
everything is through the work that we have done
Hemos ido
together.
a otros lugares, es decir,
We've gone to other
realmente
places, but the world has come to us too.
yo
in a
nunca
way.
pensé viajar, porque los cubanos nos cuesta un poco
For
viajar.
us, it's hard to think as Cubans that we're going to be able to travel, obviously, you know.
Y esa es la historia, es decir,
But that came another true into
el
our life.
humidor ha sido la alfombra mágica.
So it's been like
de
the magic
nuestro-
carpet
de
that
nuestra
we have
vida.
had. The humidor has been the magic carpet that has taken us elsewhere, you know. Thank
Más
you.
o menos esa es la historia.
So pretty much that's the history.
Real nice.
Estos dos muchachos que están aquí
These
son
two boys here,
ingenieros industriales
they're industrial engineers.
que trabajan en el tema de organización
They
y
work in the
calidad,
organization and quality process here.
que es algo logrado ya. Son de
It's
nuestra
something that we have
comunidad.
achieved. They live in our community. They live nearby.
Es decir, más del 80% de estos
Over
muchachos.
almost
son de la
90% of our
comunidad.
people live in our community.
Esta es una parte muy importante.
This is a very important part we have here.
Se hace todo el trabajo elijado a mano.
All the, finding, sanding of the product is done by hand here.
Y se monta la marquetería.
And the marquetry,
Que
the
es hecha a
inlaid
mano.
product is fully handmade and is assembled here as well.
La enseñamos porque en el mundo entero se hace a máquina.
We show it because in the whole world this is usually produced by a machine and equipment.
Y nosotros la producimos como se...
We do it as it used to be in the beginning.
Exactamente.
Very
Son
artisanal.
pedazos de madera
Pieces of wood
que se van jugando ahí.
that you
pa, pa,
play
pa,
for
pa.
a pattern with,
Después se hila. Pum,
then you just
y sale esto
cut
de
it and then
aquí.
you have this
Y
here.
después lleva el proceso. Abre.
And then the assembly over there, as you can see, look at this lid.
De
Put your hand,
montaje.
you see, they're assembled to the detail.
Que lleva...
It is very hard work
Es decir,
because
tienes
you
que
need to
coger,
make it
picar,
coincide to follow the pattern in every space.
picar. Lleva mucho trabajo.
It takes a lot of work.
Nosotros aprovechamos los colores naturales, ¿ves?
We obviously take advantage of the natural colors.
Nosotros no podemos competir en tecnología.
We do not compete in technology.
Tratamos de hacer lo mejor
We
posible las
compete
cosas.
with the best we have, which is the detail.
El Frankenstein,
Oh, we have a tool here, an equipment that we call it Frankenstein.
que sin ellos no podríamos hacer esto.
Without this, we couldn't be doing this.
Y bueno, es producto de la
It's a
imaginación,
product
de la
of our
necesidad,
imagination and the need.
que son estos calibradores de lija.
Necessity, is the mother of invention, as you know.
Son hechos con partes y
They're
piezas de
made of
diferentes
different
equipos,
equipment. It's the parts and pieces of different equipment.
pero es lo que nos permite
But
calibrar
it is what allows
correctamente
for us
cada
to
fibra.
calibrate every single fiber to the right
Si
measurement.
tienen diferencias de décimas,
If there's just a decimal difference between one and
el
the other,
pastel queda jorobado.
the line is not the proper
Y
angle.
posteriormente no se podrían hacer los empates.
And then the proper, ties, you could not make them in the right way. Over 100 years old, this piece of
Esto es para el interior de los muebles.
This goes inside the
Do
piece.
you still work with the old pieces of wood which are recycled, or you stick with buying best quality wood?
We do both. Many of our pieces have a combination of both. Others are fully, depending on who the customer is and what they want, are fully old wood, antique wood made. But we still, continue to salvage a lot of the wood from collapsing buildings or the old furniture. So that's our signature. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We continue to do it, and we will do it at all times. This year will be. This coming year we'll also have Cohiba, and we've been doing Cohiba for quite a few years, except for last year, which was done by Ellie Blue. Yeah. So this is the history again of all the auction pieces. Our pieces have contributed to the Cuban health sector through Habana's auction for more than $3.7 million.
art pieces alone.